Good morning and welcome to the free daily coaching webinar and morning hangout. My name is Bert Bledsoe and we host the free daily coaching call every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. That's 10 a.m. Eastern. And this morning on Thursday, we have something special. On free daily coaching Thursdays, we're going to have a guest host. And right now we have Shouse in the house. Now, Chris has been doing some incredible marketing on her own, and what she has done is been able to literally take some of her time in her week and say, hey, on Thursday mornings she's going to commit to coming over to free daily coaching and sharing with each of you. So here we are, we're doing the reboot of the free daily coaching call, and we have a guest host already, Shouse. Super excited to have you here, Chris. So what I'm going to do is after this week, and we'll have more announcements. You guys will see more about it. After this week, Chris will just take over. She'll just start Thursday morning, so you'll see her instead of myself. You might see me here just as an attendee, right? Just watching and kind of checking up on Chris, making sure she's being good, right? Making sure she's doing the good stuff. So that's why I'm here this morning, just to say good morning, hello, and welcome, and say, hey, really excited and really proud of Chris that she's gotten to the point where she could run the free daily coaching call and we have no problem just letting her do that. So really excited to bring a marketer to you that literally has the tenacity of 10 people, right? This is a lady that said, hey, I'm going to do something. She sits down and she goes for it. She sits down and she goes after what she says she's going to do. It doesn't matter if it takes 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. It doesn't matter. It's going to take place. If Shouse puts her mind to it, it's going to happen. And I've been super impressed by what Chris has been able to do with her marketing platform, and literally just started to learn things, apply them, and then got so good at them to be able to start showing other people. So I want everyone to bring a warm welcome this morning to our new Thursday morning guest host, Shouse. You're in the house. Take it over.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so honored to be here, and Bert, that you trust me on Thursdays with your baby. I mean, this is your baby. You've done it for 2 years, 2.5 years. So I am honored that you would allow me to rock your baby.
Well, it's my pleasure. So go ahead. Let's what we're going to do is we're going to let Chris go for the next few Thursdays. And what Chris is going to really do is she's going to dive into some of the techniques that she's been learning online. She's going to break those down into easily digestible lessons, and then she's going to go and show you exactly what she's done. So not only are you going to have the opportunity to learn it from some of the experts that have been applying it for years and years, but you're going to see someone that's just like you, that has a regular skill set, that's going to take these concepts and ideas and go out and apply them and show you how you can do that too. So Chris, enough from me. I'm going to
Okay. Like I say, I'm really honored to be here and to have this gig, as we call it. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Utah, Salt Lake City, and I worked 2 jobs most of my life. I got into network marketing way back in the early 90s, but since I was working 2 jobs, I never really had a chance to build anything. And let me tell you a little bit about how Shouse in the House came to be. I ran for the Utah House of Representatives, not once, but twice. I put myself through it. And the reason I did it was because I was so angry over the special interests that were there, and the triple dippers, people that had retired and then gone back in, and I felt like there was no representation for the average person. So there was 10,000 homes in my district, and I walked every one of them, not once in one political cycle, but twice. And if nothing else, even though I did not win, I got myself out there, and I'm sure I brought some awareness to people. But that's where the first Shouse came, because my slogan, of course, was Shouse for the House. And that's what my political sign said. And when I moved to Las Vegas, I was still working for Continental Airlines and got into real estate. And so then it became, let Shouse sell your house. So that was worked, and so it brings us down now to where it is Shouse in the House coaching. And so the name has served me very, very well. And I took Rob Bohr's training last week to heart and started digging in, and luckily MLSP had just put out April Marie's Periscope training into a product. So I jumped on it because of listening to and researching a lot of social media every day. I knew that Periscope had just come out with landing pages, which was brand new, and nobody knew about them yet. So Rob's training was very fortuitous for me to do an experiment. And I'm not very proficient at spreadsheets, so I did something a little bit different because I didn't want to take the time to have to learn spreadsheets and not take action. And so I'm going to share my screen, and I hope Bert will tell me if you can see. Can you see my screen, Bert?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get here where I wanted to go. I should have had this one up. Sorry, guys. So what I did was just take notepads and start keyword researching here on some of the products. And this was what I put down for the scope campaign and the keywords that I used. And this was my initial thing that I put into actually YouTube. And now I've chosen YouTube marketing and blog marketing, and you may wonder why I would choose those together. Well, you can take your YouTube, not only have it on your YouTube channel, but then you can also put it on your blog. And I don't always do that because just with this campaign, I did them separately and on two different things. So I did a YouTube video on Periscope landing, and during my keyword research, there wasn't much on it yet because they had just announced it. So I was lucky that I could do that, and I actually rank on YouTube for Periscope landing page number 2. And I have never ranked a video before, but this one shot to the top, and you can see, excuse me, that it's still number 2. I use this thing called vidIQ, and this is the free version. I could get a lot more in depth, but it doesn't matter which video I go to. It gives me the tags that were used by that person. So it isn't just my videos that it shows up for, it shows up for everyone's. So it makes keyword research a lot easier because you can see what people are ranking for by their videos if you do a little bit of research that way. So that leads me to the blog. Now I did, here's my blog, and I did, can you do business on Periscope? And I took Rob's stuff to heart and didn't have the picture at the top. Usually if you can see all my other ones. And that one had a video in it. I put all the pictures at the top. According to Rob, it takes away from the SEO. So I moved it down a little bit, trying to follow what he says. And I added Facebook comments that I'd never had on there before because he said that those are the best. Now I went back and listened to Rob's training again, and I did something wrong here. Can anybody guess what it was that I did wrong? Well, let me tell you. Rob said everything that's important should be above the fold, just like a newspaper fold. And so my offer was clear down here at the bottom. So I need to take this, I can leave it here, but then I can also add it in the middle up here above the fold. I cannot see the chat, of course, because I'm in here, but is there any questions about what I've done on here? All right, let me come out. Is there any questions out there about what I've done or what I've used to I did not put the video in that particular blog post because I also did the offer in the YouTube video. And that's another thing that I've done down here in this part here. I have on a notepad also, so all I have to do is copy and paste it in every time. And then I do my best up here to also keyword. If I had not done the offer within YouTube also, then I could have put the video on the blog. And you couldn't see that because I wasn't sharing my screen again. Is there any questions out there about what I've done and how I might have ranked the video and the blog post? I know there's a little bit of a delay. There's still a lot of work I could do on this, and I've started training myself to do a spreadsheet. I don't know why they've always eluded me. I just have never done them very well. But like I say, I wanted to take action quickly, and so my objective was to use the notepad to put all my notes into. And is there any questions that I can answer? Let's see what up here and down here meant. Okay, let me go back then. What I meant by that, can you see my screen now? Okay. Rob said everything that's important should be above the fold. And I put the offer down at the very, very bottom to get the free training. So I can leave it here, but I can also add it maybe up here under here. Do you want more information on Periscope? That was the mistake I made after listening to his stuff again. And Rob is amazing. I think he is just an amazing man. I also had another dilemma that I've been discussing with my friend Lynn and Larry Ryan and a few people about Yoast hosting. And Rob thinks Yoast is the cat's meow, but the retargeting pixel will not work with Yoast. So I had to make a decision, and I have decided to add Yoast back in on my blog. Now this, of course, is not a site. This is my blog that I've built, and I've decided to put Yoast back in as a plugin, and now I'm trying to configure it the way Rob says to figure it. And my reasoning on this is when you're doing a system campaign, you're able to put the pixel within the product, which is wonderful. So if you put the video on your blog where the offer is, or within the offer, if people click on the offer, the pixel is going to fire anyway. And unless you're doing a campaign to get people to your blog, I think that the Yoast SEO is probably better to have than the pixel. So I have made that decision because of his training to do that back. I'm coming back out to you. Did that answer that, Lynn? What up here and down there meant? I'm going to continue to dig into Rob's training, and I don't care how many times I've got to watch it. I'm going to continue doing the research, and now I will this week do an SEO blog post and perhaps a video also, and add the video on with an offer. But that is why I decided to do video and blogging together, because they can go hand in hand. And I think it's wonderful. You guys, it's taken me 10 months to really decide what I wanted to do with my marketing. For me to get passionate about something. 10 months before I finally have focused on something and I'm really working it. And it feels wonderful. It feels freeing to have a direction and a focus that I can actually work on. And I'm loving it. I think my YouTube's coming together. Yes, by Rob's training, I meant the Wednesday webinar, which I don't know if everybody knows, it's now been turned into a system campaign that we can give away. So that's what I meant by this week. I'll be doing a blog post where I can offer that training also. Oh, you might want to know what my results were out of this, because I have been focused on getting people onto my list. I have gotten 3 signups from the YouTube itself and 3 more signups from the blog. People that wanted the training. So again, I'm just really excited to have a focus, and I feel passionate about it, and I feel like finally I feel like I can do this, you guys. I can do it. And I haven't felt that way. It's taken me 10 months of working at different things, and I'm just very, very excited. Next week, next Thursday, I can delve into Rob's training a little bit more and give you some more results that I've had. And if you guys can think of any questions along the way, you can PM me or put them in the free daily coaching group, and I will look those over. And do you guys have any more questions tonight? Or this morning, I guess. It's still dark out. Oh no, it's starting to get light now. Is there any more questions out there? If not, we will shut it down for this week. Again, I've been honored to do this, and I appreciate you guys' support very, very much. It warms my heart to see you here, and I hope you found value in it. So if there's no more questions, I will see you. Well, I'll see you during the week too, but if there's no more questions, I guess this is all I have to offer you today. All right. Bert, you there?
I am. All right. Thanks, Chris. We will see you next Thursday. And for those that are here, we'll see you tomorrow at the Friday Free-for-All, where we invite everyone to come out and have some fun. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you at freedailycoaching.com.
Thanks, everybody.